Hey, what's up everybody? Mike here. Today it's time for the Monday Q&A. If you have any questions you'd like to ask me, make sure to leave them in the comment section and I'll get to them next week. Thank you to everyone who submitted questions last week. I do appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get started. Elias asked, when searching for video games, what are you looking to see if it's a good value besides price? First of all, this is a great question. I think it's going to apply to a lot more than video games though. For me, there's three factors I look for in video games. It's the desire, do people want it, the rarity, and the average selling price. Those three things make for a great item if you have all of them. If you have a couple of them, like say you have a high desire and decent rarity, moderate rarity, but the price is kind of low, it'll be a quick sell even if you don't make a lot of money. But the best games you're looking for are rare and at the same time they're valuable and very desired. There are games that are rare that aren't very desired, which leads for a slow sale, so I'd rather sell quickly. Now with any product, the demand is what matters most. Aside from that, from a selling standpoint, the price is next in line. So for me, I'm always looking for things that will sell fast for a reasonable price. Alan asked, hi Michael, how would you recommend shipping a large bundle of video games? This includes box systems, games, accessories, and more. Hey Alan, first of all, I want to apologize because I didn't see this question in the comments, so I didn't get to it for an entire week. If you already had to ship that lot, I'm very sorry about the delayed response. Typically, I'm pretty good about not missing questions. You have a couple of options. From a price perspective, for the amount of space this is going to take up, UPS might be your cheapest bet. Also check FedEx Smart Post and Priority Mail. Out of those three options, those are going to be your best bets for price, I would imagine. I can't think of any other shipping option that would be cheaper for this large amount of stuff. Oftentimes when you ship box systems, it could be better to flatten the boxes if they can be flattened without being damaged, and then wrap the system separately. As far as games go, I believe this says 300 games. Make sure that they're very well protected in a box. Do not just dump them in a box and bubble wrap the outside and hope it does well. Make sure you take the time to package them nice and tight. Number one rule when packing though is no empty space. Make sure that thing is cram-packed so nothing moves when it's shipping. Joey asked, for FBA, do you have a set price or do they set a price when the item gets in? Hey Joey, the way FBA works is you basically list the items like you're selling them yourself on Amazon's site, and you put the price you want. When you ship it in, as soon as they receive it, it becomes activated as a listing, and then it'll have the price you set. From there, you can set and change your prices live without having to do anything besides type in the number. So you need to set the price, you need to list the item. After that, they do all the work. You can update prices if you choose. Darren asked, do you use merchant fulfillment anymore? Hey Darren, I do use merchant fulfilled sometimes, not as much as I used to. I might have 40 to 50 listings, and it's typically things I think will take a long time to sell. The reason I use merchant fulfilled is I'm already paying $40 a year, and your items can sit on Amazon merchant fulfilled forever, and you'll have no fees. So I put things that are a slow haul on merchant fulfilled and let them sit. Typically, no matter what, they'll end up being sold by fourth quarter. Marcus asked, just wondering, have you ever sold video game strategy guides in the past? If so, how did they fare? Hey Marcus, video game strategy guides, as with any kind of mass-produced books, are a tough market. Main reason being you have to compete with Amazon themselves. They basically have a stronghold on the brand new book market, and they have for a long time. That's how they built their website. So most strategy guides will be absolutely in stock from Amazon.com. They're going to drive the price way down. If you're going to look for strategy guides, look for retro strategy guides, ones that are desirable for old consoles. Game Boy, Nintendo, SNES, all those consoles, they do very well. Notice all the brands I named were Nintendo. They tend to hold better value than other consoles. I'm not sure why. But if you're going to get into the market for strategy guides, stay away from the newer strategy guides. You're going to have a lot of competition. Now I know your question was actually specified towards me. So yes, I have sold tons of strategy guides and I fared pretty well. But I never pay more than 50 cents per guide at most. I try to stay away from anything that costs upwards of $1-ish. John asked, does anyone have experience buying and selling liquidation on eBay or Amazon? Hey John, great question. There's a few things I want to note here. First of all, liquidation can mean a lot of things. Now, typically, liquidation ends up being what is called product returns or overstock, and these things have kind of red flags for me. First of all, if products were returned, a lot of times they're faulty, broken, boxes are damaged so they can't be sold as new, and you need to sit there and test each item and make sure it's good to go from a sales perspective. Secondly, if they are overflows, overstocks, that means they weren't selling, and there's a reason items aren't selling. Usually they're not a good product. Now that doesn't mean you can't make money off liquidation, don't get me wrong here, but there's a lot of work that goes into making sure you're profitable in this field. If you are a single seller, you're at home, you're doing this out of your house, stay away from liquidation until you get a team of people or you have some processing power through some kind of group, or family members helping you out, because you want to turn and burn this stuff. You need people testing it, listing it, turning it constantly. If you do it yourself, you're going to realize real fast there's a lot of work and not that much money to be made unless you're turning more products. So there's a lot of groundwork, not that great of a return on liquidation. Yes, you could strike it really well and do really well off one pallet, but I guarantee on an overall scale, which is what matters, you're not going to be making a huge profit margin per item compared to the amount of time you're going to be putting in. Alright everyone, I want to thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next Monday and tomorrow as well.